Welcome to Inside Outside, a podcast where we look at education from both inside and outside of the classroom. My name is Jeff Bailey. I'm a former teacher. Now I work in curriculum and instruction, and I have a firm background in technology. On this week's episode, we'll be taking a look at the future of AI in schools. We'll make some quick predictions and talk about some of the things that are already going on in hopes of preparing people, teachers especially, for the changes that are going to come that are going to really transform education. Now, we've talked about that before. If you're in education at all, we've talked about how education needs to change, but I'm one of those people that I've been in education for over 30 years, and I don't think education would change until something really forces it to. And this is really sort of the train coming down the tracks, at us full speed. And I think, my goal is to get people prepared, but also to be the harbinger of what's to come in education. So let's hop right into these tools so I'm not spending any of your time. We'll talk about some of the predictions that I have for AI and how it will be used. The first one that I didn't see coming, or maybe I did see coming, but it wasn't really there in ChatGPT 3.5, which, came out last year. But one of the big things is that AI is really going to be the tutor or assistant that our students need to have at home. Before, kids could go home and try to Google answers, or they could, try to use some of the tools that were out there. But AI really is the first tool that's going to allow students to say what they're trying to learn and ask it to walk them step by step through, and then actually check their work. And this is going to be a really powerful tool, and teachers can look at that as a threat, or they can look at it as an assistant. But I think that assistant side is going to win, because this is going to become prevalent in everything. Textbook companies, LMS services, they're all going to have to integrate these things. I can even see where gradebooks will say, oh, look, Johnny, you got, 75% on your test. In order to be, to master that skill, you need 5% more. Here's a tutorial. And it'll step by step take that kid through learning what it is they need to learn. So I really think that's one of the first things you're going to look for is AI tutors. If you want to try this out, if you go into ChatGPT, you can tell, give that direction, say, hey, pretend you are a teacher and you're going to tutor a 9th grader in whatever subject it is you want. And you can give it more specific directions than that, but it's really amazing the kind of things that it will do. And I would encourage you, test that out. It'll ask questions. You can answer those questions, and then it will give you feedback based on your answers. So I can easily see that part of this coming forward is AI tutors. Teachers can build these things now, and it's very easy. One of the things that I'm really impressed by is how easy ChatGPT is for teachers to build things that they can use in their classrooms. If you really are into creating your own in ChatGPT, one of the services that I would encourage you to try is SchoolAI.com. And if you go there, the first thing they have is they have different spaces that people have already created. Again, you can create your own there, but these spaces are things like ACT English prep, ACT physics prep, and they're basically already pre-programmed to allow students to go in and type what it is that they want to be questioned on or what they want to be tutored on, and then the AI will give them questions back and give them feedback based on their answers. So SchoolAI is a really good example of that. SchoolAI also, at least while we're talking about this, offers all kinds of different tools for teachers as far as creating worksheets, creating tests. I was just playing one a minute ago that would do time-generated activities, and you could say, here's what I want to teach, here's what I want to cover, here's the grade level I want to select, and then it would give you time-generated activities. And so if that's a struggle for you as a teacher, that's one place that you can use a tool that's already created for you. using AI. So I would encourage you to try that out. And we just started talking about, using these as assistants as for students, but also this can be an assistant for the teacher. So that's SchoolAI.com. Well, SchoolAI is a good example of my next prediction, which is that more and more teachers are going to be using AI-generated lesson plans, especially as schools can put textbooks together, they can put resources together, and then also their standards. And AI, it's like having 1,000 people on your staff working for you. And so AI is going to, I really think it's going to lessen the amount of work teachers have to do these repetitive tasks. So I could easily see, not only teachers, foregoing Google and foregoing all the searching and retrofitting assignments to moving to AI and getting real assistance at giving them content that they can use to teach lessons in their class. The benefit of this, I really think the benefit of this is that teachers can be freed up, but also that it really respects the role of the teacher, because, AI is general. It's really like having 1,000 people give you feedback and helping you create a lesson. But the teacher knows their students. They know who it is they're working with. They're knowing the nuance of what their students know. And so they can alter and edit and make those assignments better. And of course, while they're doing that, they're going to make AI smarter, because AI is going to continue to learn all of these systems and services that are computerized. As we write those things, we're going to keep making that system smarter. So I really only see the benefit for teachers in this. So my second prediction there is that AI-generated lesson plans really will take over classrooms. That may be a thing that, textbook companies and big education, I like to use that big education term, they may not like to see that, but they're also going to start integrating that tool. And I think there'll be ways that, people can still make their money, and big education will be satisfied with that. Of course, one of the ways they'll make money are creating services, creating user interfaces, because, while I'm technologically, here, not all teachers are. And I'd say most teachers, technology makes them uncomfortable, although it's gotten easier and easier. So I really think that big education, they're going to find their niche, creating services and helping teachers to use AI. And one of the ways that I think you can already see some of these services that have popped up, like Class Companion. Class Companion fits right in with my next prediction. Class Companion offers up AI-assisted grading. And I don't even think it's grading. It's more feedback. And I told the teacher the other day, one of the things I think is really going to happen, and we really have to wrap our mind around this, is that less and less feedback is going to come from the teacher. And we talked about, 10 years ago, I spent a lot of time with my fellow English teachers in Coldwater. We spent a ton of time trying to standardize our grading of essays and trying to be fair. And I think really, AI is going to be the thing that does it. So I foresee this future where, either we use a system like Class Companion, and the kids are updating their papers and getting feedback and making those corrections and based on a rubric that maybe we've created, or maybe we've created with AI, to be honest with you. And the role of the teacher then will be changed. So, you'll be the guide by the side. You're going to be, the role of the teacher is going to be planning those lessons to get across the content that you want to get across, and teaching kids different skills. But that evaluation of how the student did, how they performed based on your rubric, that is more and more going to be done by AI. And so, to me, in all of this, people can say, oh, teachers are going to be replaced. Teachers are not going to be replaced. Teachers are going to be required more and more to guide the learning, give students feedback, create lessons that are dynamic, but also meet the needs of their individual students. And they're also going to have so much more data at their fingertips because all of these systems are going to be tied in together. So that would be the third goal, that more and more feedback and automated grading is going to take place for students. And if you want to see some of that going on, like I said, I'd try out SchoolAI.com. They've got a lot of those items where you can have kids get exit tickets, and they can practice the SAT or the AP testing, but also some teacher generation of stuff. And then I'd also encourage you go out, check out Class Companion, where you can put your rubrics in. You can put how you want something graded, and kids can get feedback on real time. Of course, you can always save that, final grade for yourself. So those are my three quick predictions for AI. One, that AI tutors and assistants will become prevalent for students, that AI-generated lesson plans will take hold and really transform education. And the biggest thing is that the role of the teacher will totally be transformed when more grading and feedback is taken over by AI, and the teacher then is left to really be that guide by the side, guiding students towards the goal of being better writers and thinkers. So that's this week's episode of Inside Outside, or the podcast that probably needs a new name because mostly we talk about AI. Next time I'm hoping to talk to some real people, have some real guests on here, because it's awful awkward to talk by yourself for 15 minutes. But I'm hoping to have some guests and talk about some of the ways they've already used AI and some of the things maybe they're uncomfortable with. So if you're interested in being on the show, please feel free to reach out to me at Jeff Bailey at grwestcatholic.org or at HeyBailey23 on X or Twitter or whatever they're calling it now. So thanks again for taking the time to listen, and I'll see you soon.